Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grow up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grow up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within. What's going on, family? Let me know who's tapping in on tonight. Let me know how y'all doing out here. It's been a cool minute since I came by here and checked in with y'all, man. I really don't have a lot to say, okay? I still don't have a lot to say. Still don't want to talk to nobody. Still just I'm still just trying to absorb and make peace with, what I'm dealing with. But I want to first and foremost say hey to everybody. Make sure everybody else is good. I know that many people are going through many things. So I'm not going to be insensitive to that. I do want to know how y'all doing. It's a lot going on. It's a lot transpiring. There's a lot that people are dealing with, going through. There's a lot of warfare, So I want to check in first and foremost. I'm not going to be here long. Like I said, I don't have a lot to say. I really don't. And it took me this long to get on here and have enough strength to say what I'm saying. Know this, spiritually, I am well. Physically, I'm trying to process everything. And I exhibited a great amount of strength. I know it wasn't nobody but the Most High God to get me, all the way up to my son's homegoing. And then when I seen the dirt go on my baby, it just did something to me. And I'm trying to recover from that. So that's the reason I ain't got a lot to say. I'm going to say what I need to say, and then I'm going to take my rest and come back out here when the Father sends me back out here, okay? It says that 12 are watching, but I'll say hello back to you, Candy Meter. It's a blessing to see you, hear from you. Hope all is well with you. That's for sure. And, definitely keep you uplifted. Let me turn this down 1 second. My apologies. I don't feel like hollering over all of that. Let me go ahead and get started on these other platforms really quickly. Hey, what's going on TikTok? What's going on Instagram? I have already greeted those over here on Facebook and YouTube, so I'm going to give you your due diligence and greet you. And hope everything is well with you all. As I was saying over here, I'm not trying to be insensitive to what's going on in other people's lives. And I do care. I care about each and every one of us. That's why I do what I do. So I'm just asking everybody how they doing on tonight, first and foremost. And then, if you're good or you're not good, if you haven't heard that somebody loves you today, I love you. I still don't have a lot of words to say at all. There are no words to articulate when you're in this much pain. And I'm in a lot of pain. I'm bleeding, can't see where the bleed is coming from. Can't put a tourniquet on the bleed. Can't take a prescription for the bleed. Can't get a surgery for the bleed. I just got to go through this and make peace with it. And that's the hard part. I don't have just one son that was taken out of here prematurely. I now have two. And like I said just a minute ago, the Most High God, I can't give anybody else the glory or the credit. It's the Most High God that gave me the strength to actually be able to get, to hold the fort down, to get the funeral and homegoing services together. And then when I seen them put the dirt and put something that I gave life into the ground, it did something to me. It did something to me the first time, and it did something to me even greater. When both of my boys passed away, when they died, something in me died. It's the best way that I can describe it. This is flesh of my flesh and bone of my bone. And to know that people who don't care about any of us, all they care about is greed, and all they care about is money, power, and people's lives are out here being affected. I was looking at a video yesterday that I might share on here, where they were in Congress, like going off about the new pandemic or the new epidemic is flooding our communities with drugs, with fentanyl, and killing our children. Like, there are countless numbers of people that are in these same shoes that I'm in, that are grieving. The graveyards are full of young people that was poisoned. It was not an accidental overdose. These young folks is out here being poisoned. And the borders are wide open for these people to bring them into our communities and kill our children. Y'all, I can't even believe that that's a thing. I can't believe that I'm even saying that my son, my young son, 21 years old, is dead behind the doing of people in power and greedy people who can't say no, who purposely, intentionally allowed this to come and happen. And I'm sorry to say this, but this has been done to us for so many generations. I cry so much because I said that it's affecting everybody now, but it's been us that we have been experimented on. We gotta watch our men and women now be gunned down in the street, be beat down, be spat upon, be oppressed, be murdered by their own kind and by others. Like it's unbearable, y'all. And they want us fighting against each other and looking at each other as if we are the enemy. When the truth of the matter is, because it takes pain to teach you what ignorance won't let you learn. It takes tragedy for us to begin to research and study. Sad to say. But you know, when it doesn't affect us, we are less concerned about it. Hey, who cares about fentanyl? I hear what's going on, but it's not affecting me, so it really doesn't pertain to me. I really don't have to, go and do no research on it. But when you lose a loved one, a child, to fentanyl, and they say, hey, it was a drug overdose. It is not a damn drug overdose. It is an actual poison. I want y'all to go look up how people that take fentanyl, how it takes them out. And you let me know if that's an overdose. Nobody, people that do drugs are trying to cover up a pain that they feel. Nobody does drugs with the intention that, hey, I'm going to kill myself. Nobody does drugs for that intention. They do drugs because they're trying to escape. And that's not my son's story. I'm just saying, because people are so critical to say, well, people out there doing fentanyl, you don't know why there's a story. You don't know why people are doing what they're doing. But trust and believe a person who loves themselves don't do drugs. They be like, no, I don't do drugs. I don't drink. They know they better than that. But people who do, it's a flaw in them, in their spirit, in their soul. They're wounded and they're trying to cover up a pain. And that is why they do drugs. It's always a backstory behind the story. It's always a reason. So you got people out here that are bleeding and hurting and wounded and just looking for a way to escape. And then somebody gives them something that kills them. On April the 6th, my son got into an accident. Flipped off the freeway. 5 times, had a gash in his back. Kneecap was busted open. And hadn't been able to sleep for a few days. And somebody gave him something that killed him. And to me, that is the most devastating. And yes, I was able to get a confession from the young men who did it. By the grace of God, I am so very grateful for that, because police can sometimes do that. But when I asked the young man, why are you out here selling something that could kill somebody? It has killed somebody. He said, everybody doing it. He's like, why are you coming to us? Why you don't go to the connection? Because I had to do my own investigation. And I know who the connections are, the cartels. I come from that world. I come from that background. I know exactly where they get them from and say, well, the reason why we out here selling them is just to make money. We don't got no other way out. We don't have nothing else to look forward to or depend on, so we got to get it how we get it. Trust me, I've been there. I come from that. And even though that does not justify you killing my child, I can relate. I can relate. I remember being so poor that I ate out of garbage cans. I remember being so poor that a hustle was a hustle. It didn't matter who get hurt in the hustle. There are other ways out, but when all you know, and you can't say that unless you've been in it. I know there are other ways out because I'm out. But trust me, I did not come out without a fight. I dang near lost my life coming out. That's why you can't pay me to go back. It's easier said than done. Nobody, especially amongst us, grow up and say, I'm going to make a career out of doing this and stealing and robbing and hustling. Nobody do. I would have never even imagined that I would be a young girl out trapping in the streets. I would have never imagined that. That I would be out there pushing weight and living reckless and carjacking and doing all manner of evil just for survival. I would have never imagined that. But that was my lot in life. And like I said, even though that doesn't justify, you took my whole son out of the earth. You took my whole son out of the earth, so that would never justify. But when I can say I can relate, that I understand where you come from, I come from the same place. And I almost lost my life trying to get out of it. That's the reason why I do what I do. That's the reason why I do what I do. When they took my first boy out of here, telling me that my son was too hyper, and in order for him to get an education that everybody else is supposed to be able to get, you wanted to dumb minds down and give my son medication, and then that caused him to have 4 heart attacks, and he died at 15 years of age. Now you got a whole bunch of other children dying. You gave my son something in pill form that gave him inflammation of the heart, weakened his heart. He had 4 heart attacks on this medication. Now you got an epidemic of young folks who done took that now got myocarditis and is dying, dropping dead. It's the same killers. So when they did that to my first son, I had to become educated, and I had to come out of agreement with poverty. Because that's the problem. In them circumstances and in those environments, we become in agreement, in bed with poverty. It's the way of life. This is how I gotta get it. You can't tell me. You cannot tell me, and I'm talking to us tonight. You cannot tell me. Before you was an adult in our communities, you had credit before you was even able to establish credit. Stuff was in your name. That's poverty. You saw mom and them and big mom and them scamming folks. I don't care if they was working, they was scamming folks to make a living, to get by. And when I say scamming folks, I'm not talking about scamming one another. I'm talking about lying on income taxes. I'm talking about lying, whether it was credit cards or whatever, scamming, dishonesty. We were taught, it was embedded into us to be dishonest, to hustle, to go in and get payday loans and don't ever pay them back, to go steal furniture from Aaron's and Rent Center with no intentions of paying back. This is the type of stuff you were shaped and embedded in. That's a poverty mindset. So you grow up with that, you adapt that, and then you carry it out. Because mama and them didn't have the money to go do such and such. You can't go do that either. We can't afford that. How many times did we hear that? How many times were we taught about gold and silver and land and actually how to come out of the home wealthy and not in poverty? How many of us bury loved ones and we have to have the burden to bury them upon us because we ain't got no health insurance, no life insurance, ain't got any of that? Poverty. Poverty. So I had to come out of agreement with poverty. Because poverty was a spirit that killed my son. But the vehicle that he used was Big Pharma. Period. It's spiritual wickedness in high places that are allowing what's going on. We are really at war. And there's some things I can say and certain things that I can't say. Because the last time I said certain things, I got in trouble on their platforms. But it made me go research, where did fentanyl come from? That's what I'm going to say. Y'all go research that. Where is it manufactured? That is what I want y'all to go look up. Where is it manufactured? And then you'll see that some people manufactures it. The cartels buy it and then put it in the communities. I have a warning right now where they say if you smoke marijuana, it is now laced with fentanyl. Well, I like to ask y'all, because y'all know we ain't got no facilities to make fentanyl, right? We ain't got no chemicals to make fentanyl. We ain't got no laboratories to make fentanyl. He was on medication for ADHD, Adderall and Concerta. The pill that kills. We don't have any equipment to make fentanyl. So let me ask you, if we ain't making it, where is it coming from? If we ain't got none of the tools and equipment and the resources or the wherewithal, how are we getting the stuff and pumping it through our communities and killing the younger generation? See, we looking from afar for war, but we being attacked right here on our own soil from within. What happened to my son? Both of my sons, I have 2 sons. I'm a mother of 9 children. I've given birth to 9 children. Now I have 7 children alive. My first 15-year-old was murdered by Big Pharma that he was given medication for ADHD. It killed him. My second son, who was murdered 9 days before, my second son, who just passed away, is my oldest son. And he was just murdered by fentanyl on April the 9th, 9 days before his 15-year-old brother dropped dead playing basketball after suffering heart attacks for being put on medication that Big Pharma put him on. So I have 2 sons. And guess what? They murderers are still making money. And they murderers are still murdering other people. But see, one thing that I had to do in that with my second son who passed away, the first son's death, was I had to get educated. I had to go get educated. First of all, how do I come out of poverty? Because I'm in poverty and I know that I can't make no movements broke. It ain't never worked for me. I've been broke all this time, so I can't make no movements broke. So how do I get out of poverty? First thing I had to do was educate myself and learn what was poverty and how greatly it affected me and what all it took from me. And then I had to come up with a plan on how to get out of it. I had to go learn the truth about poverty and wealth so I can know what to do with it when I obtained it, how to maintain it, how to manage it. Okay? And then I had to implement what I learned. It doesn't do enough for us to just learn. I had to go and learn real, true wealth. Is what has always been real, true wealth. It's been the very thing that they don't want us to have. Can anybody talk back to me in the comments to let me know what is true wealth? Because they got us messed up out here. They want us working for money. They want us working for currency. That's why they don't mind giving us money. But what's the real wealth they won't not give to us? They will fight us tooth and nail. Wealth. I didn't say money. They'll give us money because they can control it. They'll give us money because they can control it. That's why you won't be able to buy, sell, or trade. It's control. You don't take this, you don't take that, you don't want to get CBDC, you don't want to inject yourself with this, you don't want to inject whatever it is. They can control whether you get to eat or not. I like some of y'all answers. There's no wrong answer, but I'm going to tell you what true wealth is. Health is number one, because if you do not have health, you cannot have wealth. You got to have the strength and the stamina and all of that to be able to create wealth. And it's not an easy task, but it is doable. And it should be at the top of everybody's priority list. You should never allow another man or woman to control your destiny. But I'm going to tell you what our true, that's right. I'm going to tell you right now, our true inheritance that we were all given, whether you believe in this or not, that's your issue, not mine. But we were all given an inheritance when we entered into the earth realm. And gold, silver, cattle, oxen, and land has always been real wealth. That's the reason why they'll fight you to not get it. That's the reason why they'll redline you so you can't have it. That's the reason why they put the credit score system in it so that they can have partiality with who can get it and who not. You understand? That's the reason why a whole bunch of us, when the Homestead Act of 1968 passed, that's why nobody got homestead still. That is why, exactly why, a lot of folks didn't get 40 acres in a mill. Because they know you would have been wealthy. And they don't want you wealthy. But they're wealthy. They can buy it all up. They can have it. They can hide it from you. The whole 9 yards. That is our birthright. That is what was given to us. That is what was given to us. And he's already handling it. You know what he's telling his children? Take back your inheritance. Take back your inheritance. That is what time it is. When I set the captives free, I'm going to set you free and I'm going to load you up, fully loaded, just as I did with the children of Israel. When I freed them from the oppression of Pharaoh, I am releasing y'all. That's why this whole shift happened. That's why this whole, this whole demic happened. There was a transference. There was a shift, a changing of guards. And that is how God is helping. That is how God is helping. See, what God has already done is done. It don't got to be done again and again and again and again. It is our part to do our part. It's a relationship, not a dictatorship. And that is what the Most High has instructed us to do. Get back to the basics. And take back your territory. Take back your inheritance. Take back what rightfully belongs to you. And I'm giving you this window of opportunity. I have made it so easily and readily available for you to stand up and walk in it. And the people would rather sit back and beg for normal. They would study beg for normal. Can we get back to normal? Can we have politicians dictating us and telling us how we need to wipe our behinds and how much food we need to eat and how we can cook it, on what kind of stoves we can use and what kind of phones we can use and what we can say? And they was looking for that. And the Father has some frontliners. I'm one of them, okay? I'm not looking for nobody's pity or sympathy. Trust and believe that my warfare was designed for me. The Father knew that I can handle what I'm handling, even though it's hard, because the pain propels the purpose. There is no purpose without pain. And in order for me to fulfill my assignment, I had to be crushed. It is good for me to be crushed. I could not propel or go forward in the manner that I'm supposed to go forward in without being this crushed. Without being this crushed. So I don't need sympathy. I know that I will see my sons again. Trust and believe that. Just not in this lifetime, and that hurts. I'm grateful for the time spent, but he knew that by them touching my children that I would stand up for the whole entire, all of us. He knew that I would stand up. He knew that I would say, okay, yeah, if you're looking for one, here I am. If you need just one, here I am. He knew that I would say, yet though you slay me, I will trust you. He knew that I wouldn't walk away from him. He knew that I would not turn my back. He knew that I would not forfeit my mission. He knew that I would continue to move because my movements move something. He knew. So my job is to trust him, and I do wholeheartedly. And that's why I'm able to still stand here today, broken and bruised. I don't know many people that can lose one and still be clothed in their right mind, because it's something different. If you can close your eyes and imagine you not being with the one, because it's a lot of people that try to tell you how you should be living, and hey, you still over there sad and you should be moving on. It's easy for people to say that who ain't never been in these shoes. But I tell you, some days it hurts to get up. Some days it hurts to talk. That's why I ain't got no words for nobody. What am I going to say? He gives me the strength and the ability to come out and say what I need to say when I need to say it, and then I'm able to go back and rest and recover. Because I didn't lose a pet. And even though people mean well and say, well, you know what, you'll see them again. I'm a mother. It's something I gave life to. Was taken out of this life prematurely. And I know who's behind it, who is the enemy. I know the enemy and who is behind it. And that's the reason why it happened the way that it happened, to stop me. It was an attack to stop me. And I don't care who you is, if you got doors open, then the enemy can attack you. The door that was open for my 15-year-old was the door called pharmaceuticals. Due to a lack of my ignorance. The door that was open in my oldest son's life, pharmacia. He took some from somebody that he trusted, and it was the last time he ever took anything. But it was intended to take me out. That's what the enemy's purpose was. Oh, see, you ain't making noise, you making movements. And I fear your movements. You're creating systems that will break the back you're creating entrepreneurs and systems that will break the back of poverty off of people's lives, that will allow people who have been ensnared and enslaved in my system for hundreds and hundreds of years and centuries. And now you think that you're going to come in and you think that you're going to free and release captives, and you're not going to become a target. That's what hurts so much. Out of all things, what hurts so much is that the enemy feel like you got to lick up on me. But you better believe, you know how you get bullied, or you see bullies if you ain't ever been bullied, and they get bullied for that one last time. But when they stand up, they windmill the whole hell out of you till you will never even think about bullying anybody else. That's me. I wish I would go lay down and die. Why? I wouldn't give you the benefit of the doubt. You touch my son, now I'm about to free a whole bunch of sons. Take that. I'm about to free a whole bunch of daughters. See, I'm not fighting you because this is not flesh and blood. This is spiritual principalities, rulers of darkness, spiritual wickedness in high places. This is powers. Everybody ain't on that level. And you think that I'm just going to go sit up. No. What shall separate me from his love? Nothing. Not my children, not my husband, not my own life. I'm committed to the cause. That's why I said people can fake entrepreneurship all you want to, but baby, it comes. It comes with sacrifices. That's why you can't find a whole bunch of them that will stay the long haul. This type of stuff would have made somebody run somewhere and go hide somewhere in a cave. But yet here and still, I'm still standing in the power and the strength of the Most High God. Not by my own might, not by my own power, not by my own strength. Because I signed up for this. This is what my yes required. This is what your yes gonna require. It may not be you losing a child. It may not, my warfare is not your warfare, but it requires sacrifices. That's why this ain't for the faint and the punk and the cowardly. You don't think that the enemy was going to target me? Oh, you making movements. You're teaching people how to get out of control that I have had over people before people was even created. See, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against powers, principalities, rulers of darkness, spiritual wickedness in high places. That's who we wrestle against. This fight is not physical, it is spiritual. This whole thing that's going on is spiritual. It ain't no prayer that's going to pray it away. None of that. It is written and it's going to happen. Our job is to hearken and obey what we are instructed to do. That's what our job is. If you don't want to suffer, listen. If you don't want to suffer, listen. It's simple as that. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you don't want to suffer, obey. Do what I tell you to do when I tell you to do it and how I tell you to do it. Because I am God all by myself. And I know the very enemy that's being evil and creating all of these things still works for me. I created it. We are not wise in our own wisdom. We have to be led. So you know what the Father said? Look, he said this a long time ago. He said, go back to the basics. What was already in place before they had a dollar? What was there before a dollar? What was there before any of this? I went all the way back to the beginning. Before man was even on the earth, gold was there. Gold was there before man was even on the earth. Now, why was gold there before man, and man didn't have nothing to buy or nothing to sell or trade with gold? Why did the Most High load every single one of his leaders or people that he called and chose to lead nations? Why did he load them all with gold, silver, oxen, cattle, and land? Why? Why were people able to tell how filthy rich he was according to those 5 things, those 5 possessions, assets? See, they got us messed all the way up. They got us out here consuming. They got us out here spinning, entertaining, consuming, while they own everything. Or shall I say control it, because they know they don't own it. Their goal and their motto is to own nothing but control everything, because they know that they don't own it. Why do you think that Africa is filthy rich, baby? When I say they dirt is rich, but they can't tap into their own riches. They are the most oppressed on the most wealthiest continent of planet Earth. Can you imagine walking on diamonds and gold and minerals? Can you imagine that? And you don't even got shoes on your feet. That's how we have been done. They don't want any more Mansa Musa. You better say that brother, listen. He gave out so much gold. They don't want that, but that's the time it is for us. You notice how a lot of people saw the pandemic as a bad thing? I saw the pandemic as a good thing. I'm telling y'all, we in the best season of our life if you spiritually awaken. If the eyes of your understanding has been enlightened, we are in the best time of our life. Ain't nobody suffering and ain't nobody finna be in trouble but those who are a part of that system. That's why he said, come out from amongst them and be ye separate and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. We got 2 things happening simultaneously right now. The elevation of the sons of the Most High God. And the Father is not gender neutral, okay? The sons of God. The ox and the bots. Sons and the daughters. When this stuff all happened, he said, this is what I want you to do. I want you to make this move, and I want you to make that move. And I don't want anything that I put in your hands that don't belong to you. I want you to be a vessel that I can use to go get and establish what needs to be established. I don't want you buying cars and televisions. I want you to go buying rims and all of this stuff. I want you to go buy land. I want you to go buy silver. I want you to go buy gold. I had it's not a clue. I just knew we said it and I did. He said, because that's going to be the currency of the kingdom. That's what's going to keep my kingdom, my people, my children preserved. And then when I started doing it, he said, now go tell the others, this is what you do. He started giving people all this money, all this PPP, all this money was available to everybody. People looked at it as a bad thing, but I'm telling you, baby, bombs and people in prison was getting PPP and all kind of stuff. And there wasn't nothing that nobody could do about it. They got so spoiled sitting at home without having to work. Imagine that. That they didn't want to go back to work when it was time to go back to work. That was the time to go buy up all the land that you can possibly buy. Because you know what? One thing that I do know is that as long as you have land, you will never, ever be poor. Never. The problem is gold is so high, people can't afford it. For an ounce of gold is almost $3,000. But you know, when people was getting all of that money and stuff, it was about $600, $700 an ounce. People continue to wait and they're buying it up. They are having a good time buying it up. Arkansas just passed a law. That they will only allow the legal tender in Arkansas to be transacted with gold and silver. That's it. Texas was the first one. We're going to create our own currency with gold. We got enough of it in the bullion. We've been saving it for a very long time. I just have to sit back and say, what is it that they know that we don't know? Because why we ain't got none? Folks got gold grills, gold chains, gold necklaces. They got all these diamonds and all this ice and, wearing it around their neck. But they broke and impoverished in assets. One thing that I do know is real estate has always been the first step in creating generational wealth. And we don't own any. We're too busy being renters. We want landlords. We don't want to be the lord over a land. If you didn't do nothing but buy you a half an acre and plant some lavender on it, that is a $50,000 to $75,000 payout every year, brothers and sisters. Did y'all know that? Peanuts. Oh, that type of stuff. Cotton. At the least, on top of your land appreciating, you get equity out of your land. That's why you want to buy land in the path of growth. Oh, I know they're going to be building down the highway. Oh, it's a highway. It's already going to appreciate because it's by a highway. It's all about the right places and where to buy the land and all of that. The problem is it's so costly that we don't have enough resources to be able to go out and buy land. They did that intentionally. We're going to give you enough to pay us, pay our bills back, pay taxes, pay inflation, pay back credit, debt, really. Pay back big business. We got something going for y'all every month. Y'all just let me know if y'all want me to share with y'all how they didn't plotted a way to rape everybody. Y'all just let me know in the chat. Y'all don't want to know, I'll shut up. But I think we all should see this. How they devised the scheme to get filthy rich. We're going to use other people to do the work, and we get to sit back. and be the boss, the CEO. We'll pay them minimum wage. We'll give them $15 an hour. We make $1,500 an hour. Yeah, that's the way to go. We'll start lending them money and become a bank, and then charge them interest back for it. Big business. Let me break it down to y'all like a 12-gauge shotgun. This is big business for you. In January, they have New Year's. Do you spend money on New Year's? Put a yes in the chat. It's the New Year's. We got all these New Year resolutions. You want to get fresh and dressed up to go to a New Year's Eve. You want to bring in New Year's with the one that you love. You want to cook a meal on New Year's. And then February, they turn around and they hit you with Valentine's Day. Oh, love is in the air. Love is in the air. Buy candy, buy chocolate. If y'all don't participate now, good for you. Because you're not a victim anymore. I'm just explaining how big business is big business. So you got February. Here comes Valentine's Day. So you all in love, and every love is in the air, and Cupid and all this weird demonic stuff, okay? And then March, oh, it's spring break, baby. It's time to go turn up somewhere. It's time to go get on the beach somewhere. It's time to get a vacation, spring break. Oh, and then when you come back from spring break, we're going to spring Easter on y'all and have y'all out there with y'all Sunday's best, your big hats and your eggs out there. Got your kids chasing around I better watch what I say, chasing around another deity. That's what I'll say. Planting eggs and chocolates and all of that, and the bunny and all of that stuff, Then after April, we'll just have Mother's Day. Let's give mothers a day. Flowers and diamonds and candy and food, and then after Mother's Day, we'll do Father's Day. We'll give them a day too. Okay, we'll give them a day. We'll do Father's Day, and then after Father's Day in July, we'll just do 4th of July. How about that? Celebrate liberty and freedom, right? Barbecue, red, white, and blue, fireworks, and then after that, then they turn around in August. This is back to school. Let's get them with backpacks and pencils and pens and new clothes and all of that stuff. And then after August, September is Labor Day. Let's get some more money. We're going to have a weekend. They're going to be traveling, going places, want to be at the beach, want to be here, want to be there. And then after Labor Day, we'll hit them with October, Halloween. Yeah, let them go buy out all them candy and chocolate, scare their kids and all of that stuff, and infiltrate themselves with other spirits and stuff. Yeah, we'll do that too. And then November, we'll hit them with Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Oh, we'll get filthy rich on that. And then after that, then we'll go ahead and get them prepared for Christmas. Crumptus. Then we'll start all over again in January. And in the middle of that, let's throw in birthday parties and baby showers and graduations. Yeah, let's do that. Parties and vacations. Let's do that. Okay. It's the name of the game. That's big business. And while you're getting raped by big business, now you're getting raped by inflation. You get a half bag of chips for the full price. Half air, half chips. Half bag of cereal. Remember, we used to get a full box of cereal. We used to get real gas. Now you get gas and water. Understand? Inflation. You're paying $12 for bacon that you used to pay $3 for. Hot dogs was 99 cents. Now you're paying $5. Tissue used to be $1.99. Now you're paying $5.99. Inflation. We'll hit them with that. We'll purposely inflate this nation. And we'll send billions over to, fight that over there. We're too broke to take care of the American people, but we filthy rich to take care of the outsiders. How does that sound? And we'll raise the cost of mortgages, and we'll raise the cost of interest and tax. We'll bankrupt them. And then we know that they don't have enough money, so then they'll utilize all their credit cards, and we'll get interest off of that. They will borrow $1,000 from us and pay us back $50,000. Doesn't that sound good? And then they go to work for us, and then we tax them on the work that they do for us while we sit at home, while we fly all around the world, while we give our family the best life. That's the name of the game. They'll do the labor, and we enjoy the fruit. And then we'll tax them on that. And then at the end of the year, we'll tax them again. Make sure they didn't get anything from us. They didn't slide under the rug. Matter of fact, we'll just tell them that they're getting the income tax back from the taxes that they paid, but really it's an overpayment because they fronted us a loan on the front end. And then we'll have them go put their money in our banks. And we'll invest with their money. And tell them that we're having a maintenance outage so they can't access the portal while we're investing and they're consuming and saving. What a perfect plan. Wow. Sounds perfect, doesn't it? That is the reason why they're able to keep the masses down. I wanted to come by here on tonight and let you guys know. They always do this, especially in Congress. Notice how it does never bother them. It never bothers them. They can go on breaks. They can go to the G7 summit. They can take vacations. They can say, hey, we're stopping the talks this week. I've had enough. I'll resume in 2 weeks. Who cares if the nation defaults on its debt? Who cares? Who cares if millions of Americans will lose their jobs? Who cares if Social Security will be cut? Medicare and Medicaid will be cut. No more veteran benefits. Who cares? Who cares if people will not be able to afford their mortgage? We don't care. Who cares if children can't go to school and have free reduced lunch? Who cares if people cannot afford regular housing? And they're on low income housing and we don't have enough money to shut. It doesn't affect us. We still going to get it paid. We have a contract. We're a corporation. We're not a civilian. Poor civilians, they will suffer as civilians, but we're corporations. We get everything tax free. We start trusting LLCs, and then we let the trust pay the LLC, and the LLC will pay us and our children for decades to come, and we'll live and we'll write it off as a tax write-off because it's tax-free. It wasn't our money that we started the business with. We utilized somebody else's money. We started the business, therefore you can't tax me on it. Then we went and we bought some real estate and some land, so we did our due diligence. We got back a rebate from that. We just played the game. So we don't benefit. That's why did none of them take a pay cut during the pandemic. Why is everything around you going up but your money? And then they say that they don't got enough money. But yet they just approved another package for some fighter jets and all kind of other stuff. That's expensive. But we don't have our own economy. And that's why I showed up on tonight. What economy do you have in place for you? Are you a part of their economy? Or do you have an economy? Have you created an economy for yourself? Y'all talk back to me in the comments. If they say everything is at a halt, we cut your checks. We stop your assistance. There's no more of this. We don't have enough money. And you know the dollar is crashing or going bye-bye on purpose, right? Because they want to implement another system. A digital one that they will be able to control you with that all-seeing eye of you know who. They call him the one-eyed Lord. He's on the back of your dollar bill, if you catch my drift. And then what do you do? And then what do you do? Because I don't know if y'all know this or not, but if they don't come to a decision quickly, and like I said, they already have done this so many times before. I was talking to my mom about this the other day because she said, you know what, this is scary. Tawana, this is getting scary. And I said, what? She said, they're cutting Social Security. My mother lives on Social Security. She's in low income housing. That means that our whole world would be rocked upside down, turned upside down. I got family members in my family that don't listen, just like you got family members in your family that don't listen, but the sword is at their throat. Because they can care less. You know all these countries that have bagged out of using the United States dollar? It's not backed by anything. It's not backed by gold. It's a banknote. It's a note that used to be backed by gold, which means it held weight, but it didn't. I think it was Ronald Reagan that reversed that. And so now it's not backed by anything. And you got all of these nations pulling out saying, hey, what you did over there, how you played that game with them, we don't ever want you to do it with us. It froze our stuff. We're not doing that. So we're going to go ahead and bag about it. We didn't like how you did that to them over there. Just 10 more Asian countries don't want the dollar and denounced it. Now we don't want it. We ain't using it no more. So now is the era of the CBDC, centralized banking digital currency. The whole little system will be up and running in July. Good day investing in your cargo van class, but it hasn't come through yet. Grinding 713 TV. If you're talking about that workshop, we just put my baby in the ground last week. And it ain't been an easy task. But if you signed up for that, you will get the updated link and details and stuff. And just hold the horses. I haven't actually been on here, I don't think, since the 5th. I found the strength to come on here today because I seen something that was very disturbing that I think we all need to be aware of. But just know if Dr. T say that we're going to do something and I got you, Dr. T going to do it. That's for sure. That's 1,000% for sure. My name means everything to me, so we got you. Pay for it, and we got your information. We got you. Okay? But Joe Biden is getting ready to ban U.S. withdrawals from the bank, which means that you will not be able to go withdraw your money. That's too costly because what you going to do then? What you going to do then? If your money was to be cut off right now and you have no access to go withdraw your money, I want y'all to go look it up. I got it pulled up on my screen right now. I can just click the camera and start turning these cameras around. But I want y'all to go look it up. The Biden administration is banning Americans from doing withdrawals because of the crisis here. But you got all this money to send in Ukraine. See, it's intentional. That's why the inflation has been inflated, to crash the dollar. That's the reason why. Because now nobody wants our dollar. Now we got to come in with another system that will keep us as world leader, world power. This is a game. And this is the reason why I've been telling all of you guys. I'm just one of the ones that's going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Whether you like me or you don't, I'm going to tell you the truth. That's my job because I'm going to be accountable for that. You should be utilizing while you can every aspect of means to be able to get you some cash injection so that you can turn that into hard assets. Because that dollar bill ain't going to mean nothing here soon. If you're trying to hold on to money, I pity the fool. And I'm not calling you a fool. I'm just saying hypothetically, I pity the fool. If you think money's going to save you, it's not. It's really not. It ain't worth nothing. Cash is trash. That's why you will never ever see a true wealthy man or woman that got cash on them. They don't. All of their money is invested into hard assets. It trips me out when people be like, yeah, let me hit her up because I know she got a lot of money. Wrong. Money sitting in the bank is not doing anything. It's not growing for me. Money grows when it flows. I got to take this cash and turn it into hard assets and buy land and buy gold and buy silver. I use cash for what I need to use it while it's here, while it's available. Pay bills. That's what y'all created it for. Currency for us to pay y'all. That's why we won't be able to buy, sell, or trade without it. But baby, listen, let me tell you something. When y'all decided to cut that off, my Father, which art in heaven, already gave me the blueprint so that life is not disrupted for me and mine. And baby, as long as I got some dirt, I'm filthy rich. I'm dirty rich, okay? That's all they did was took dirt and planted seeds on it, and now they got whole grocery stores. Took dirt and built property on it, and now they got apartment complexes and homes. You ain't gonna never be broke with dirt. And as much as I hate artificial intelligence and all of this stuff, listen, I'm telling you, this is a time, a pivotal time, that you can utilize it for your good and not for your bad. I be trying to tell our people you should become a corporation and stop living like a civilian. If you live like a civilian, you will be treated like a civilian. And because America is a corporation, it does not have emotions and feelings for civilians. It was built off of business principles. Every wealthy man and wealthy woman have learned those principles and utilized them. That's the only difference between them and us and you and them and whatever. They learned the principles and implemented them. That's why I show up, because I believe everybody should know the principles. You should create your own economy. You should have as many streams of income as you possibly need. I want y'all to do me a favor on tonight. Y'all know I'm always doing something to cause you to think. I want you to put in the chat how many bills you got. So if it's rent, cable, car payment, insurance, light bill, food, gas, toiletries. I want you to tell me the number of bills you have. How many number of bills do you have every month? Okay. I want y'all to tell me how many bills you have every single month. Anybody, quickly. How many bills do y'all have every month? 1, 5, 7, 10, 12. How many? 8. Okay, I see 8. 8, 9, 10. This is what's about 8, 9 bills. I don't understand that question. Hey, sister. 30 bills, brother AJ. Ryan said they got 8. Okay. Now, how many streams of income do you got for those bills? Do you have 9 streams, Precious? Shamika, do you have 8 streams? Brother AJ, do you have 30 streams? Grinding 713 TV, do you have 8 streams? Gomitas 28, do you have 10 streams? King of the Weights, do you have 8 streams of income? What's the link for the bank thing? What bank thing live? You got 3 streams. Oh, I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on. Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me share my screen. Just one, go meet us, 28. U.S. government may freeze American bank withdrawals as currency panic and capital flight mounts. Okay. Let me find this other one. You should be able to just go right on there and look it up. Biden bans bank withdrawals. That should be the keywords that'll bring you right up to the articles. There's several articles. Now, for those that say I got one stream, two stream, you got 10 bills in 5 streams, or 30 bills in 1 stream, or 8 bills in 3 streams. If you show y'all this one, hold on. You're welcome, love. Let me blow that up. Hedge fund manager Hugh Hendry has warned that the Biden administration is mulling a freeze on U.S. bank withdrawals. That's what y'all can go look at. Amid the decline in M2 money supply, a benchmark measure of how much cash and cash-like assets is circulating in the U.S. economy, sometimes it's kind of relevant to panic, he says. And I would recommend that you panic. You've seen the biggest waterfall decline in M2 right now. M2 is deposits, not loans. That's the deposits fleeing the system and going into money market funds. He further warned that it could reach a point where the Department of Treasury and the Federal Reserve will restrict the rights of Americans to withdraw their money. That's a very big problem. That's why your money shouldn't be in there. That's why your money should not be in their systems. If you don't have as many streams of income as you have bills, then you are upside down. If one stream stopped working, you should have, if you got 20 bills, you need a stream for each bill. I would use an ebook for gas and a workshop or something like that for my food expenses now that everything is high. And then I would do a do for you or a do it yourself type of program, something that they can just go click on and, hey, do it yourself. I would have something like that for my light bill. And I would have a Masterclass for my rent. And I would have a mastermind for my cart. You need as many strength. I would have drop shipping or something going on that produces me revenue. Because if you build your house on 3 legs or 5 legs, that's a misbuilt house. If you got one stream of income and over 3 bills on that one stream income, if that one stream of income is taken or pulled from you, your whole house falls. That's too costly. That's too costly. There's so many different things that you can get on there right now and do for people. Answer emails if you're good on the administrative side, phone calls if you're good on the communicative side. There are so many different things you can do. I can show you one thing right now. You can go create a whole little magazine, workbook, resource guide, sell it for $97. And you won't even have to do the work. They got AI to just say, hey, give me some copyright. And now you can go and sell copyright to business owners like myself who need copywriters to write copyright for their videos and their ads. You can go on Canva and create calendars or some type of journal or some type of content if you on the artistic side. You can build people's Facebooks and different things of that sort and sell them to business owners, because every business owner needs a social media platform to socialize on. There are so many different things that you can do. You can consult people. You can mentor people if you know how to eat healthy. If you know that you are awakened and you want to share truth and you want to share cultural, history, whatever it is that you do. You read books. You write books. You can be making millions of dollars doing that online. Millions of dollars doing it. How is a lady over in the UK making $1,000 a pop, $1 million a week, teaching people how to have orgasms, and we doing nothing? I don't even like to get on camera, Dr. T. Well, hell, the Shade Room is a theme page. All they got is a logo. But they the biggest. If your money ain't right, you ain't even advertising on. If you ain't coming with 10 bands, you ain't even advertising on a theme page. You don't know who owns it. Baller alert. You don't know who owns those. Hip hop news. You don't know who owns those because there's no face behind it. I done got on here and showed y'all how to go build somebody else's business. If you're not an extrovert, you like to be. If you're not, extrovert and you like to be an introvert, you can sit here and make millions of dollars. Looking for real estate deal, building out people's businesses. I pay myself what I want to build out people's businesses. I make $1 million building out people's businesses by themselves. And then I'm going to go make my business legit, and then I'm going to turn around and sell those services to the government and tell the government that I help people build out businesses. And now they're going to pay me $1 million, $1 billion, or $1 trillion for the work that I'm providing for them. And if they need me to maintenance an elevator, I can do that too, even though I'm not doing the actual work. If they need me to transport something, I can do that too, even though I'm not transporting anything. If they need me to write journals or speak at a college, I can do that too. If they need me to provide them some bread, I can do that too. If they need me to provide them some shoes or some underwears or some sanitary napkins, I can do that too. If they want to know where to buy wigs at, I can do that too. If they looking for flashlights, I got the hookup on that too. If they looking for land and dirt, if they're looking for somebody to teach them how to buy dirt and get dirt rich, I can do that too. If they're looking for somebody to teach them how to close on a house within 30 days, I can do that too. They need somebody to teach them how to cook, I can do that too. How to run a Zoom meeting, I can do that too. How to create a webinar, I can do that too. So there is no reason. And I can do that without doing the work. It's called leverage. I can go and buy dirt using my business credit and never having to worry about my bad old nasty credit that I had in the past that they always tried to deny me because I didn't fit their standards and their protocols. I can do that too. I can have a whole new life as a corporation and not as an individual. I can go buy vehicles and put them in their name and then put them under my trust, and they can never be repossessed. My land can never be forfeited. I can do all of those things. Why? Because I educated myself. And I learned the way that they play the game so I can get in the game and win. And that is why I show up here. You just seen it for yourself. This man said that he gonna freeze people going to the bank getting their own money out. It's your money, right? Is it your money? Is it your money? Or is it their money? See, they can control what they own, but you don't own this land over here, this dirt. No, we're not doing the payments. We're gonna go ahead and pay this in full. Thank you. We'll pay taxes on it. We own this. And you know what? I didn't have to come up with the $300,000 by myself. I just found a community of people who like to divide and get some land, and we all come together and we all pay for it. And then it all gets done, and then we can go buy up the next plot, and the next plot, and the next ranch, and the next ranch, because I'm gonna teach them how to do exactly what I just did, and then now we're gonna have a whole city and a whole community, and we're gonna be self-sufficient. And we're going to have more than enough land to build on, to plant on, to cultivate, to grow livestock on. We're going to have more than enough. Because it's bigger than just one person trying to do it. That's our problem. We can't come together and do nothing. That's our problem. So look, let me tell y'all why I'm here. I showed y'all the problems, but there are solutions. I don't care what you got to do in this dispensation of time right now. Well, I ain't got the money. Go find it. Money is never an issue. Money grows on trees. Oranges grow on trees, and people eat oranges. There you go, some money. Flowers grow on bushes, trees, and people buy flowers for their significant others. They buy them for funerals. They buy them for all kind of things. Weddings. They buy them for events. There's money all around you. Go find it. I don't care if you gotta borrow it. Let me borrow it, and then look. As soon as I get my equity, you off top. You the first one off top that I'm gonna give it back to. As soon as I invest this and I get my harvest, then you the first person I'm gonna get it back to. Hey, let's come together and do it. Let's all go together in on this. I got land for sale, okay? I got land for sale. Not only do I got land for sale, I am teaching a course on how to buy land and build houses or flip the dirt. It doesn't matter. Most people try to go look for multi-family and single-family homes. Go buy you some dirt. It comes with less stress. You ain't got no repairs. You ain't got no maintenance. And people is always looking for land and dirt. You can go buy some land for $14,000 and totally flip it for $50,000. Okay? You just made you a $35,000 profit off of some dirt. You can plant lavender there and become $50,000 to $75,000 richer every year off of land on top of the appreciation. Right now it's time to turn trash, which is cash, into hard assets. Why do you think Oprah Winfrey and Bill Gates and all of these cats are buying dirt? Because whoever owns the dirt controls what's produced from the dirt. And then another thing is, not only do I got dirt for sale, I have told y'all over and over countless times, let me help you start something and then go sell it to the government. They buy everything. Too many things to even name on here. They buy everything. I done showed y'all how much money is readily available for y'all. If you got 3 businesses, why don't you sell that to the government? They're the biggest buyers and the biggest spenders. You know all of that aid they sending over there to Ukraine? Those are government contracts. People that have decided to send pillows and waters and pallets, the government is not doing that. They are paying small business owners to do it for them. I have seen a contract that lasts somebody up until the year of 2042. I don't care. Whatever currency they roll over to, it's a contract. You can own this country if they forfeit on it. At least you know for the next 15, 5, 10, whatever years that me and mine going to be good. Because the government owes me money. How that sound? That sound good, don't it? The government owes me my check. I signed a contract that I will provide them these services, and they sign a contract that they will pay me for providing these services, even if I'm the one providing them or not. And even if I'm just the one doing the payroll or the oversight, somebody else is going to do the work, and I'm going to sit back and I'm going to live the life and do the things that I was born and purposed to do. It's a simple plan. Somebody will teach you from A to Z how to build your own economy. You need to be doing this now so you can get some cash injection. I don't care what I got to do. I don't got enough now. So whatever I got, let me invest that will give me more. Let me invest in somebody helping me get there faster. Let me invest in somebody helping me who has gone and paved the path and pioneered the way. They know how to get there faster and further. Let me have them help me. It's simple. It is not hard. It's different. And if we got all this time to be wasting on entertainment and scrolling and social media and all that stuff, my cell phones is not a bill. My cell phones are ATM. I have nothing in my possession that costs me something. My internet is paid for. My cell phone bills, they make me money. I'm talking to y'all on my cell phones. I talk to multiple people on my cell phones. I transact on my cell phone. My cell phone is not a bill. It is an ATM for me. Your cell phone should not be a bill. It should be an ATM. It should be a means, a method of you making revenue so that you can take the cash, which ain't worth nothing, and turn it into hard assets. That's what the name of the game is. The FedNow system rolls out next month. All of your transactions will be controlled. It will no longer be an ACH deposit. It will be the FedNow system. So if you're spending too much on natural remedies and they don't like it, they can turn it off. If you're spending too much on the wrong kind of foods, meats, and they want you to be clean, they can turn it off. If you're consuming and paying too much electricity and you're not using solar methods, they can turn it off. If you don't pay your gas bill, if you don't pay your ticket, if you don't pay your taxes, everything will be surveilled through the FedNow system. If you're buying too many cigarettes and you're polluting the environment, if you're taking paper receipts and not virtual receipts, you're getting dogged. If you made money and didn't report it, and the IRS get a hold of it and you owe them money, they're taking theirs off the top. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's a whole control system. Get out. You've been warned. Get out. Create your own economy. I don't care if you're afraid. If I don't know how to do it, I don't know how to do it. So what? You got people on the scene that have showed up that will show you how to do it. Walk with you in doing so. It's time for you to get serious about your own destiny, your own future, your livelihood. If you think that they care about your livelihood, you are mistaken. It's a corporation. It's a corporation, okay? I want to say this now, and then I'll let you guys go. I have been bruised and battered and in so much pain. And like I said, my pain is purposeful. I have 2 groups that I teaching in. And for all my mentees and students, y'all will be seeing me this coming week should the Most High allow me to live there. I'm ready to go. And like I told you guys, I needed to put my son in the ground and then I would be ready to go. So thank you for showing me grace. But those will be the only 2 groups that I will be moving forward. My assignment has gotten bigger. And now I'm pivoting in my assignment, which means I'm going to the mountaintop. I told y'all that I was going to the people behind the scenes pulling the strings. And every leader that brought about change, whether it was freedom to sit on the bus, whether it was emancipation of slavery, whether it was civil rights, whether it was rescuing people in the Underground Railroad, they all had to be in the game to win the game. And they had to get in and change things from the inside out. So I don't know what kind of politics. I hate politics. But if I got to get in them to bring change for you and I, then I absolutely will. There will never be an opportunity, a chance, or anything for them to take my sons out of this earth. And I sit by idly and don't make no noise about it. I don't ever want anybody to feel the way that I feel. I don't ever want anybody to hurt the way that I hurt. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, and I don't have worse enemies. The only one that I wish this on is the devil. May he have this 1,000-fold, but on him, I wouldn't wish this on anybody. I don't want anybody to try to imagine what I'm dealing with. I don't even want you to imagine. It's too painful. So now my assignment has pivoted. I have rolled up my sleeves and I have been here laboring and put myself even as a target for the sake of others. I have endured hardship and I have suffered greatly. And that's why I said the pain was necessary for the purpose, because now I'm going in their domains. You're not just going to hear me hollering and making noise from the outside. Oh no, I'm going in your domains. And damn it, I mean that we're going to change legislation. And what I do know is that y'all not finna kill another other. That's what I do know. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. You will never discard another human being the way that you have discarded we the people. You will never write off another young melanated king as trash. You will never. Not on my watch. I'm not out here playing no games whatsoever. So I'm coming by to appeal to you all, to serve you all one last time. I have some amazing opportunities that will change your financial forecast. I don't believe that anybody who has not changed their financial forecast is eligible to try to say that they'll change everybody else's. And that's where a lot of people have been duped. And they be like, well, I was scammed because you was duped. Did they show you proof that they changed their financial forecast? If they haven't, then shame on you. I have proven over and over. Some people say you ain't got to show all of that and do all of that. Yes, I do. Because I'm not showing you to flex on you. I'm showing you to show you that it is very much so possible. And somebody who came from nothing and nowhere was able to do it without all the degrees and all of that stuff. So you are without excuse to say that you can't do it. You absolutely can do it. He used me for the perfect example. Nobody is with excuse. Well, I can't do it because I done been through so much and I've been rejected and people don't like me. Been there, done that, got a t-shirt for it. Next. Well, I got a big family. I do too. I'm the mother of 9, got 5 grandchildren. Next. You are without excuse. So anything that I'm offering is in the description over here on YouTube. Y'all can go look up if you're interested in anything. I am not here to beg anybody to change your financial forecast. I am here to say that if you want to go with me and you want to go with somebody that is not only led but anointed, that is in covenant with the Most High, that receives instructions from the Most High, then here I am. I care about what God cares about, and He cares about us. I tell people all the time, if you want to find anything negative about somebody, go on the internet. You will not find anything negative about me on no internet at all. I do what I say and I say what I do. Period. If you ever want to get a fight out of me, mess with my name. We can throw these hands, baby, from here to Timbuktu. Because you and nobody else will ever be able to tarnish my name. There will be no negative stigmas attached to my name. My name is associated with greatness, nobility, righteousness, or ethical dealings, morality, integrity. My name is associated with good and not evil. That's why you're not going to find no negative stigmas attached to it at all. I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm here to help. I have been hurt enough and suffered enough hurt so that you don't have to. I was ignorant. I became a victim twice to the Hunger Games that's being played with us. I don't want you to. I paid a price for this, for the knowledge. It says with wisdom comes much tribulation. I have gone through much tribulation so that you don't have to. I'm here showing up to extend my hand, to say, give me your hand and let me lead you into your financial promised land. There are millions that are about to suffer behind the action of these wicked people in high places that don't care about us. I don't want you to suffer, but if suffering is your portion, then baby, go suffer by yourself. But for those who say, look, I need to do something and I need to do something now, June 8th is right around the corner. They're supposed to resume their talks tomorrow, but they still ain't came up to no agreement. And don't think for a second that they can care less about not defaulting and running out of cash. It'll be right up their alley so that they can implement the CBDC that they've been working on behind the scenes. I dare y'all to go look that up. They are meeting at the G7. Go look that up. About all this artificial intelligence and accelerating the 2030 agenda. They're meeting right now as we speak about accelerating that, how they can pull that off. They didn't told us, and I didn't share it with y'all, so I know they didn't told us, that they can seize your assets in your bank account without a warrant. And any payment platform can do that at any given time without warning and without a warrant. They can monitor your transactions without your permission. You can get the people that wants to work with you to make a change in the people's lives, stop the kill. Now they bring on children in this world. Enough is enough. That us stand on what we believe on. Thank you. It can be done now. That's right. And that's what I'm here for. Those that want to go with me. I'm not afraid. For those that don't want to go, here I am. And I'm willing to show you I'm willing to lead you. I'm willing to help you, because I believe that if we try to do it by ourselves, it would take a lifetime. The Most High God always works in numbers. It's always a we thing and not an I thing. That's how the job get done. So I just figured that if enough of us is on board, then we can go get the job done. If 10 of us went and got $1 million, just 10, it don't got to be a million of us. If 10 of us got into government contracting and got $1 million apiece, that's 10 million. We can buy up whole cities. We can ensure the preservation of our people. We can change some things. We can change our lives and the lives of others. Right? So that's where I'm going, you guys. Everything that I have available, like I said, is in the description over here on Facebook or YouTube. If you're not following me over there, follow me over there. I don't get on TikTok all the time because they have an issue over here with the truth that I speak. So they be like, hey, you did something and now you can't. Okay, cool. It is what it is. That's your platform. I don't care. I'm building my own. But I got to use wisdom in doing that, because I have brethren over here that I'm connected to. Same thing with Instagram. I don't get on every time that I go live, maybe on YouTube or Facebook. I'm not always live on Instagram. I may not feel like it. I have not felt like coming on live in almost 2 to 3 weeks. That's why I'm here tonight. I think that it was urgent enough to get on here tonight, with days and weeks and months. I don't know when they plan on doing it. They tell us in bits and pieces. I know that they're going to do it on a Friday. What Friday? I don't know. They said that. I didn't. I know that these systems they implemented is already in implementation with a full launch in July. I know that they don't care about crashing the dollar because they wanted to go away anyway. They already said that they was going to throw America into a hard recession to bring inflation down. They the one who caused it. And got all these trillions of dollars and just approved another aid package. Come on, y'all. It don't take a rocket scientist to see what's happening. Okay? So whatever I have available to you is in that description, or you can always feel free to reach out to me. I have land. We just bought some more land with a pond. It has the power. It has the water. It's ready. It has no restrictions. Anything that I'm buying and securing, it does not have any restrictions on it, unless you're trying to build some nuclearish or something like that. Then you're going to have to go get you a permit, okay? Outside of that, you can start building on it. Like I said, even if you don't live on it, some people are all caught up with, oh, it's in Texas. Well, the reason why it's in Texas is because we still got the right to bear arms. They still keep morals, marriage between, they still keep all of that. No bloodshed of innocent children. They still keep all of that. They will not go along with CBDC here in Texas. They got their own currency backed by gold. That's why. So you want to be able to buy some land where your land can thrive and grow and appreciate and give you a paycheck. If you don't come live here, plant something on it that you can turn around and sell it to the world. That's how you become a world leader. They need oil. They need all kind of stuff. Yeah. You can go build content on it. They always, that peanuts on it. They always need that. It's about working smarter and not harder. If you want to know how to do this, exactly what I'm doing, like I said, all these coaching programs and workshops, it's going to be a thing of the past. Because I'm going to the upper echelon and I'm not playing about that. If you're not in the Millionaire Monarch or the government contracts, then adios amigos. We will be moving and making movements. And when the crap hits the fan, you cannot sit up and say you were not warned, you didn't have an opportunity. It presented itself to you. I told y'all, get y'all money out of these banks. Go use their money to make you some money. Go use their credit cards. That's what they do. They use other people's money to make them money. They never buy homes with their own money. They go use somebody else's money, called capital. They never start banks using their own money. They go use somebody else's money, called interest. Understand the game so that you can play the game and win it. That's what I'm showing here. Good to see you too, Brother Timothy. Y'all will see me this week. I'm taking my time and catching my second win, but you'll see me. If you guys know anybody that want to buy land, a half an acre, I have some spots, half acres with the pond, different things of that sort. All of that information is in the description. If we just bought 6 acres and just said, hey, this is the land that we're just going to grow vegetation, lavender, cotton, peanuts, we would never, ever, ever want for anything. They know that. That's why they never wanted to give it to us. That's why I'm telling you. Get back to the basics. That's what the Most High God said. Tell my people to get back to the basics. And when they get in my economy system, my economic system, then I have no other choice but to provide for them because they're following kingdom principles. And as long as the earth remains, there will always be seed time and harvest. You will always yield a return on investments, but never on consumerism. They want us bound paying bills so that we never have anything to invest. Therefore, we never have anything to harvest. All right, so all the things that I have some amazing offers just to help the people. You want to get into government contract? I have reduced it to practically nothing. I'm allowing 100 people to get into government contracting and learn this for $500. I ain't never allowed anybody to get in my government contracting and offered it for anything under $1K, and that was on a sale. For 100 people, I'm going to allow you to come and learn the A through Z's to go get you some government cheese. And it don't take long. I could show you where to go get money tomorrow from the government right out of your own backyard. Transportation ain't never going nowhere. We got like 4 or 5 spots available to build out your own transportation company. If you don't know how to do what we do, because transportation ain't never going nowhere. And guess what? You can do transportation all over the world. Transportation is global. They always need something transported. People, places, products, goods, always need something transported. And you ain't got to have an 18-wheeler for transportation. You can do whatever you want to in transportation. So we got 4 or 5 spots to build out your government contract for you. We will get you registered. We will build out your structure, get you government ready to go get that government money. We have those links and they're available. Okay? Discounted, heavily discounted, on top of the land opportunities. I was telling a lot of people here before I open it up. We say, hey, look, should something ever come to try to stop me from moving, I need a government of folks that'll still keep the movement moving. And that was my Millionaire Monarch. You have access to events, to investors, to everything that I know you have access to pretty much. So I'm looking for 10 people that want to join me in my Millionaire Monarch Iconic Influencer program. I'm going to teach you how to run this thing up on AI. And I'm not a big advocate for AI. Trust me, I absolutely hate it. Anything artificial is not real. But I'm going to utilize it before it becomes too demonic. Meaning that if I needed to write me a book, so be it. I got a whole bunch of books I need to flesh out. I could write a book one time and get paid for the rest of my life. And if AI can do that for me, then so be it. Because trying to find the time to sit down and pen it is an issue, you know. I can build a website in 5 seconds using AI, tell it exactly what I need. You can learn how to build these machines for business owners and make lots of money. You can go and build a whole social media presence and then turn around and sell it for $50,000, you guys, all day long. I done showed y'all that on the internet. I have showed y'all that, how you can do it. Build a YouTube channel and sell it for 10,000, a million. And you ain't even the one got to do the work to build it. So my Millionaire Monarch, I have a crazy, insane special for 10 people. I'm going to give you access to all of that. You also get the buy dirt, build houses. As an additional bonus, I am going to give you how to flip real estate using other people's money. You don't need no credit. You don't need your own money. All you need is just one system. It does the work for you, artificial intelligence. You buy cheap, sell high. It's flipping. You can do anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 every single month. You can do one deal and change your whole entire life. Like I said, not using your money. So I'm going to throw in that course as well, and I'm going to throw in a half acre. So you get the Millionaire Monarchs, you get access to the investors that got money with your name on it that want to invest in your business. You get all of the information and education that you need. Go at your own term. You get coaching by me, with me. You get to do $1 million events with me. You get to learn about $1 million machines that make you money in your sleep. You get to learn how to flip properties. You want to do Airbnb using somebody else's home, make money. That's what Airbnb is. They utilize somebody else's house, and they utilize somebody who want to use somebody else's house. And on their platform, they run it up for being the middleman. And you get a half acre of land for $10,000. Now that's a hell of an investment. And you know what? You're worth that. You're going to make more than that. You're going to do more than that. You're going to get you a trust built out. Put your LLC under that trust. Only this information is provided in this group. Only. You get a half acre. You get to go to events. You get great exposure. You're going to get to build you out something. You're going to get, all of that stuff with government contracts. That's the best deal. So it's $10,000 for 10 people. Just the Millionaire Monarch by itself is $15,000. But I'm on a mission to get to the White House. If you don't want any of those programs, that's fine and dandy. Would you be so kind and so generous to make a contribution in the movement? That's what I ask. If you love me, could you support me? Not just with your words, but with your resources. Because like I said, I'm going to the White House. And ain't no devil in hell gonna stop me. Y'all let this stuff come in and you did it intentionally and you touched the wrong person. When you touch my sons, you touched the wrong person. So with that being said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all showing up, listening. If I can serve you, then I'm here to serve you. And if not, then I will see you on the next time or later on down the road. I can't make the horse drink, but I can lead you to the water and say, hey, this is how you take a drink, and this is where you can take a drink. And I dang on sure ain't gonna waste no time beating no dead horse. I'm not there for to be caught leaking, off guard, whatever you want to call it, lacking, trying to get people to believe and see that we need to be moving now. If you want true wealth and true riches, and you want true preservation and true peace of mind, this is the way that the Most High has given unto me. And this is the way that He has instructed me to lead His people. And these are the resources and the solutions that He has made readily available for you to get out of your situation. So with that being said, feel free to inbox me, message me. My information, if you're over here on TikTok or Instagram, feel free to message me, inbox me, and I definitely am ready to go and lead you into your financial promised land. We got work to do. This is not a one-man show. It's going to take all of us. And I believe if I can show you, you have the ability to invest in yourself, and I'll show you how to go do one play one time and do that one and just wash and rinse and repeat it. Not only can you go back and teach, but now you will be able to buy land in all 50 states. You'll never be poor. It'll be the best investment you ever made, okay? So with that being said, I'll see y'all on the next time. If y'all don't see me over here on TikTok for a minute, y'all know they didn't came for me. So go follow me on the other platforms so you stay connected. YouTube, Dr. Tawana Dr. Tawana the Disruptor on YouTube. On Instagram, it's just Dr. Tawana. Okay? Facebook, Dr. Tawana Worlds. And TikTok, it's Dr. Tawana. Okay? So with that being said, I will see you guys the next time. Pray for me as I pray for you, and to the mad haters and the witches and the warlocks that thought that I was going to be taken out the count. I just want to say this in closing. I'm still standing, devil. I'm still standing 10 toes down. And I just pop back in and let y'all know that I'm still alive. And I'm still standing. And your hoodoo and your voodoo and your whatever do didn't work up over yonder. Okay? Y'all have a blessed evening. Go in peace and not in pieces. And until the next time, I will see you soon. Shalom. All right, family. I love y'all. And I will definitely see you guys sooner than later, if it be the will of the Most High. If I can serve you, let's go. This is my final call on all of this stuff, because like I said, I got to move forward. There's no way in the world that I cannot move forward. So I'm here as a final clarion call. This is the way, and if you want to follow, pursue, then I know how to lead you and lead us as I'm led.